Shamrock Figarland has finally shown us a glimpse of his terrifying power in One Piece chapter 1138, and what we saw is just the beginning. Fans were already buzzing over the Elbaf mural and the Harley texts, but it's Shamrock's mysterious sword, Cerberus, that's stealing the spotlight. What if I told you this weapon holds mythical powers linked to one of the most enigmatic figures in the One Piece world? Hold on to your seats, because this revelation could change everything we know about the world government and its shadowy rulers. In One Piece, chapter 1138, Oda introduces Shamrock Figarland in a way fans never saw coming. This mysterious character has been on the radar for a while, but now we're finally seeing him in action, and what we're witnessing is mind-blowing. Shamrock doesn't even have to get his hands dirty to strike fear into his enemies. Instead, he commands a mystical sword named Cerberus, which seems to have the power of the Guardian of Hell itself. But what's even crazier is the connection this weapon might have to the most secretive figure in the One Piece universe, Imu. Could Cerberus be more than just a sword? Let's break down Shamrock's shocking abilities and uncover the truth behind this weapon. Shamrock Figarland reveals his sword. Cerberus, Shamrock Figarland. Finally revealed a glimpse of his powers, Shamrock wields a sword named Cerberus. Fans of One Piece received their first peek at Shamrock Figarland's abilities in chapter 1138. This guy has been a mystery for quite some time, and fans had been wondering if he would reveal his abilities at his confrontation with Loki. Shamrock demonstrated his true capabilities as a result of the accursed Prince of Elbaf's provocation before attempting to enslave Elbaf in order to fulfill his purpose to the world government. When Loki brought up Shanks with Shamrock, he clearly explained that he is the elder twin and that Shanks, after briefly returning to Marijoa, left because he had developed a taste for the lower world. Loki definitely reacted, indicating that he, like Shanks, has earned his rage and carries a vendetta against the entire family. When questioned further about having earned his rage, Shamrock saw it as a threat and released his blade. While he explicitly declared that he did not want to dirty his own hands, he obviously addressed his sword, Cerberus. Black flames erupted from the blade, followed by a dog head. Eventually, 3 heads appeared, and the fans realized that the sword had the power of Cerberus. Shamrock utilized the power on Loki, inflicting significant damage and demonstrating the blade's incredible power. What's even weirder is that this is simply a glimpse of Shamrock's might, implying that there will be more in the battle against Luffy or Loki later on. However, what fans have seen thus far is sufficient to establish Shamrock as a formidable swordsman. Cerberus's Devil Fruit, or a mythical beast ability, Shamrock's blade, holds tremendous power. Shamrock showed his blade to the fans, and it was immediately evident that it was quite powerful. The Cerberus is a guardian of the gates of hell and a mythical entity, hence, this sword possesses mythical qualities, which is extremely rare for any weapon in One Piece. Being the protector of hell is an excellent fit for this blade, given Sabo's description of Marijoa as hell on top of the entire world. Shamrock serves as the guardian, emphasizing his value not only in Elbaf but in the wider scheme of things. The Cerberus sword's properties are highly fascinating. The sword appears to be capable of spawning a full Cerberus, increasing the user's strike force. Shamrock raised an entire Cerberus and ordered it to attack Loki. However, the dog did not attack him ordinarily. Instead, Shamrock separated its 3 heads and sent them flying towards Loki. A sword appeared through each head, indicating that it is a hybrid of the sword and the creature. All 3 swords were wrapped with black flames and pierced Loki's torso. The strength of these swords is such that Loki feared he would be in a near-death state if struck by them, and indeed, all of them pierced him, leaving him severely injured for the remainder of the arc. It is also worth noting that the sword itself could have eaten a devil fruit, but the way Oda depicted the Cerberus suggests that the ability is a mythical beast, similar to the yokai conferred upon the 5 elders. The similarities are rather strange. They all create black flames and are surrounded by black cloud rings. Most importantly, each of them has a beast name rather than a devil fruit name, implying that the blade was endowed with the might of the beast rather than being forced to consume a devil fruit. Why Cerberus may be connected to Emu. Cerberus is not shown to be a devil fruit ability. The idea that the Cerberus Sword is linked to Emu is highly compelling. Simply put, the blade contains a mythical beast rather than a devil fruit ability, based on what has been shown thus far. As a result, Emu was most likely the source of this sword's abilities. In other words, Emu, who appears to have various capabilities, can offer abilities to anybody he wants, including weapons. Oda verified this when Emu murdered Saturn by taking away his immortality and powers at the end of Egghead. This plainly indicates that both of his powers were bestowed upon him by Emu. If Shamrock's blade possesses the same power as the Five Elders, it's safe to assume Emu enchanted it. Emu bestowed extraordinary powers on the sword before handing it over to Shamrock, perhaps directly or through another Figarland who supported Emu. This adds dimension to Shamrock and the Holy Knights. Perhaps Shamrock is aware of Emu's existence and serves as a guard not only for the entire government, but also for him individually. It is also plausible that Emu bestowed powers on the entire Holy Knights, especially because Gunko's arrows appear to be Emu's, as they were used to skewer both Sabo and Cobra, eliminating both of them. Things are becoming increasingly exciting in One Piece, and fans can't wait to see what Oda has in store for Shamrock Figarland and his skills, as well as the Holy Knight's link to Emu. Summary and highlights. Shamrock's sword Cerberus demonstrates enormous power in One Piece chapter 1138. The sword, a mythological entity, creates a Cerberus and is most likely bestowed with skills by Emu. Shamrock's relationship with Emu and the Holy Knights adds complexity and interest to the story's progression. As the stakes get higher in One Piece, it's becoming clearer that Shamrock Figarland and his sword, Cerberus, are going to play a massive role in the upcoming battles. The sword's connection to Emu adds an even darker layer to the already mysterious Holy Knights, and with the power we've seen so far, we can only imagine what else is in store. Don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth analysis and breakdowns of these game-changing revelations. One Piece is only getting more thrilling, and I can't wait to see what's coming next. Thank you very much for visiting the Mugiwara Review YouTube channel, buddy. We hope you enjoy our review analysis. Don't forget to subscribe and continue joining us on our joyful journey in the world of anime. If you have any wishes, question, or suggestions for our next videos, feel free to express your thoughts on the comments below. Thank you very much for your support, and until we meet again, see you next time, buddy. What is One Piece anime? One Piece is a manga and anime story about a young boy named Monkey D. Luffy who wants to be the king of the pirates in the world. As a child, he eats a devil fruit, a strange plant that makes him able to stretch like rubber. Before the show starts, Luffy goes out into the world for the first time and starts to gather a group of pirates. The main group grows over time, but it starts with Luffy, Nami the Navigator, and a swordsman named Roronoa Zoro. At some point, Luffy and his friends are known as the Straw Hat Pirates, and they go on many exciting adventures across the ocean. One Piece is a lot of fun because it's silly. Luffy goes from island to island around the world in the series. Each island has its own setting and theme. It's a pretty fantastical world full of animals that look like people, live skeletons, and other delightfully strange things. Within moments, the group is in a winter scene, and the next, they are on a tropical island full of giants. The show is full of silly and bright details. For example, Zoro holds a sword in his mouth, a scary military boss wears a cute bulldog hat, and people don't use phones to talk to each other instead. They use special transponder snails that can send and receive messages. Luffy is a carefree person who just wants to eat a tasty meal and laugh at bad jokes. Even though there are some funny parts in the series, a lot of One Piece is about freedom. During his travels, Luffy often takes up guns to help his friends and encourages others to do the same against pirates and government-backed military occupations. The characters in Luffy and his crew get stronger with each fight, which is typical for shonen manga. A lot of the story is about how Luffy beats a problem that seemed impossible to solve and finds some kind of secret power. After each fight, Luffy and his team get stronger and move closer to his main goal, which is to find the One Piece. Why is it called One Piece? The first part of both the manga and the anime shows that Pirate King Ghoul D. Roger is telling the truth about the mythical wealth called the One Piece. One Piece is the name of the show, because Luffy wants to find the One Piece and become the next Pirate King. One of Luffy's main goals in the show is mentioned in the show's title. What is the One Piece? The answer to this question is still one of the biggest secrets in the series. It's been more than 1,000 episodes, and we still don't know what One Piece is. We know that the One Piece is the name of the treasure that Ghoul D. Roger collected on his travels because of details in the manga. We still don't know a lot about the treasure, though. There are a lot of ideas from fans about what the One Piece is, but we still don't know what it is or even if it's real. The One Piece could just be the friends Luffy makes along the way.